Steelers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd down following the run. The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So Seattle set to get the ball here on offense. Let's discuss the running back situation. Eddie Lacy didn't even dress in week 2. Chris Carson, the rookie out of Oklahoma State, he's kind of stolen the show there, hasn't he?
Yeah, they got on him late in the draft process. Pete Carroll saw him on tape, really liked him. They took him in the 7th round. Don't forget Thomas Rawls. Had that terrific season a couple of years ago. Been battling injury since then, coming back from an ankle injury. He only had, 4 yards in the last ball game?
Just 5 carries.
Yeah, so, Chris Carson now carrying the load for Seattle at present time. We'll see what they do moving forward.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Wilson. Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And a nice spin into some open field. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got the big tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Charles, let's discuss Le'Veon Bell before Pittsburgh gets going again here on offense. 30 touches in week 2, 89 total yards. Still waiting for that explosive type play from him.
Oh, it's going to come, but maybe not as fast as Le'Veon Bell and the Steelers had hoped, because remember, he missed all of training camp. He missed all of preseason. And I don't care how much Stairmaster you do, right? How much you do in the pool, what kind of shape you're in. You're not truly in shape to play the game until you're in football shape. So give him another week or two, and then I think we'll see the Le'Veon Bell that we've known.
I don't know why. I'm just really laughing at Le'Veon Bell on a Stairmaster.
Whatever it is.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas rolls. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Go, 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 go!
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this one's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite...
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson, 48 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.